Aloha, welcome. Welcome to my channel. It's so nice to see you here. I'm just getting cozy in my Brooklyn portal here. I'm really excited to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping by and just taking the time to connect. It really means so much to take this time for yourself to drop in, get present, receive, and let's see what wants to come through. I would love to invite you into a few deep breaths with me to get really centered and just feel into what is wanting to arise in this moment. I feel a lot of energy moving and some guidance for specifically the rest of the month of April that I would love to share. So if you'll join me and just maybe even taking a moment to close your eyes, allow your breath to slow down, allow your body to relax. Take a few deep breaths and just feel how your energy is moving today. It's different every single moment, every single day. We're so different. Constantly evolving at the speed of light and really requiring new ways to resource ourselves and be taken care of. See if you can connect in with the earth at whatever level of depth feels good. Connect to your own heart. Feel all your cells just lighting up with fresh energy, fresh intention, fresh possibility. Aliveness. Beautiful. Amazing. Thank you so much. On this new YouTube channel, some of you may know me from before. I've had a few different iterations, but it's all new. And that's actually the message I hear most strongly to share with you today about the remaining energies of April and certainly what we're going into towards June. We are in one of the most potent, energetic upheavals I've ever seen, I've ever felt. Maybe you feel it if you're resonating with this space here. We are receiving so much multidimensional information and we are lighting up. And we are being asked to let go of the old, let go of old survival mechanisms and fear and anxiety and any ways we learn to play small or pretend to be any other way than who we really are. And you may find your intuitive abilities are greatly enhanced, your sensitivity is greatly enhanced, all levels of perception greatly enhanced, changing. Dream time feels sometimes more real than this waking life, which is the dream. And we're getting worked on. I think it was the New York Times or something just yesterday or recently posted evidence of life on other planets, which I just laughed. I made a crying emoji at when a friend shared that with me, obviously. So it's just hilarious. And if you're resonating with this space here, if you're resonating with me in this moment, beyond the words I say, but just the energy here and presence together, you understand what we're dealing with here. It is a multi-dimensional embodiment experience, and it is a deep awakening to our true selves and to what we're really here for, which I like to call heaven on earth. Why else are we alive other than to create beauty, to have fun, to play, not in a disassociative, bypassing way. Of course, we're here to take responsibility and be in integrity and be powerful, purposeful beings who can be clear and direct and discerning and have healthy boundaries and be masterful, energetic presence. And we're here to have fun and not take ourselves so seriously and let go of the ego and the personality structures that have kept us under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, to hyper achieve and be perfect and be who we think people want us to be and whatever the masks are. So this is the message for you. Today, in this moment, right now, you have permission to leave the past behind. And I don't mean that again in a bypassing way, like you can just, I don't mean it in that way. We're not bypassing anything here. But my guidance lately has just been the constant reminder to really give yourself permission to let the past be in the past. Let yourself be fully present to who you are becoming now. Let the past and all the ways you learned how to be fall away. They are falling away faster than we can keep track. And this is an intentional part of our evolution at this point. You're not meant to hold on to what's falling away. And part of the survival mechanism, right, built into our human survival body, animal body, is to be afraid of change. But the paradox is change is the only thing that is constant, and we're here to evolve and change, and we've never been in a more accelerated time of change, radical change, revolutionary change. It's so exciting. And it can be scary to not recognize yourself day after day. So that's why the guidance is to just give yourself permission to let the past be the past, let it be light, let it be spacious, let it be fluid, relate to it like a loose garment. If ever you find yourself ruminating or regretting or reflecting in this kind of morbid regretful way, that's a signal to just pause, come back into presence, take some deep breaths, just like we did at the beginning, recenter yourself, reconnect to what is true. The only thing that's true is what's happening right now in this moment. Your being, your presence. As soon as we start talking, we're already somewhat out of presence, right? It's like the words move slower than our presence does. So it's like, here and now, how's your breath? How's your energy? How's your attunement to yourself? This is all that matters. This is massive work, right? All of the things we've been taught to track and all the things we've been taught to value ourselves with, and just all the outside moving pieces, that we've learned to source our worth, our value, our enoughness from, all these constructs. It's all falling apart. And that can feel really overwhelming and scary. And yet, how does it feel to give yourself permission to just be here and now with who you are as you are now? And accept it also. Accept who you are as you are now. And really make it a priority to connect with your body in a new way. Your body's changing. Your energy's changing. Your intuition's changing. Your guide, probably your whole navigation system's changing. If you're anything like me and we're resonating right now, whole navigation system of how you've learned to perceive and make sense of reality might be completely changing. It might even happen overnight. I'm talking about major acceleration. I mean, even just the last month between March equinox and now, less than a month, has been one of the biggest upgrade experiences I've ever had in this life. And I've been at this for a while. My embodiment process started around 2011, and it's been pretty full on since then, So I also want to say, maybe you're tuning in and you're like, I feel new to all this ascension or awakening stuff. That can be happening too. Like the brand new people that never even had a thought about ascension or spirituality or multidimensionality. You might be having an overnight ascension experience where suddenly you feel access to more of your soul consciousness, or maybe even a different being present in your awareness that you finally become aware of. You've developed the capacity to sense the presence of your true self, or it might even feel like a new being is here. I had an experience in 2021 right after I had moved to Big Island, Hawaii from Maui, and I looked like getting sick, but really it was a soul infusion experience, which I feel compelled to talk about because I sense this is happening to many people on the planet right now, and not many are speaking about this. So I had a soul infusion experience in 2021 that looked like having a fever and being very sick for 5 days, to the point where I had between 103, 101 degree fever. Couldn't eat, kind of had to fast. Actually had to come to terms with mortality in a way, but that was fear purging out of my system. And I couldn't be around anybody else for 5 days, had to be in my own field and pretty isolated. And I had a different being. I had a different awareness of the being that was inhabiting this body. It wasn't a full walk-in, like it wasn't a completely new being, but it felt like a different presence, a deepening of presence, perhaps. It was a different aspect that had integrated in to this body. And then there's integration from that for years, and who knows, we're always integrating forever. And so I feel compelled to share that because even in the last year or two, I mean, there's been many soul infusion experiences. They can come in different ways for different people depending on the capacity that you've built. And I just want to tune in actually directly to give a message right now because there's one coming through. And if we're new to each other, I'll share that when I'm tuning in and when I feel a hit and a message coming, I am accessing the source field of all that is. It's beyond the Akashic records. That is a bit of an outdated methodology that I taught for many years and I love it, but it's a bit outdated for what we're now operating with now on this planet and what we have access to. I would say that's a lower dimensional tool. So as our navigation systems are upgrading and updating, a lot of the technologies and modalities we learn to utilize are also upgrading and updating, or in some cases becoming void or null. So let me just tune in here. I'm tuning in with the known field, the source field of all that is. And in that will include all of my different guides and just really seeing the clear history of all and asking for guidance and support to give any messages to those who resonate with this mentioning of walk-in, soul infusion, soul integration experience is what's most important for them to know right now today. April 16th, 2025, recording this message you should see. And as I'm tuning in, I'm just seeing a big central sun, and I'm seeing this wrap around the planet Earth. So we are getting infused with not only solar rays and solar energy and infusions meant to enhance our consciousness on many levels, but we are also, in a way, getting radiance infusion of like around the entire planet. This to me looks like a new grid system. Some have been anchoring this grid for years in the making, and it will appear to be very new to some who are just starting to attune and awaken into the higher octaves or higher frequencies. This is now more than ever. It's quite exciting. And what's most important to share with those watching in the future now. And see if you can feel energy shift at all as we're opening up this field. You might feel some different sensations in your being, in your body, heart opening. Anytime we access the known field, there is inherent healing and transformational energy that we can utilize in various forms of transmission to assist us on any level that we are seeking support. This feels like a message coming through from a galactic consciousness within our galaxy. Feel a very strong Arcturian guide. I also feel a different being that a lot of the energy, many channelers or people out there are sharing as different emissaries for certain galactic councils or star seeds, but there is so much more beyond our galaxy now accessible, far beyond the surrounding star nations that are definitely our close relatives. There are many things we can be accessing that are really the ancestors of our galaxy and are orienting more on the edge of this known universe and then from other future universes beyond, far beyond. And this is part of the history that is being restored at this time. For those experiencing soul infusion, soul integrations, or full walk-in embodiment experiences at this time, it may be many that are listening now. You will know if this is your experience, if you have felt in some ways that you have not recognized yourself in certain behavioral shifts, thought pattern shifts, default ways of being suddenly changing with a sense of great finality, feeling a deepened self-love and care, how you nourish your being, restoration of faith in what feels to be a source or higher power or God, a heightened curiosity in such things. And also, in many cases, more memory of other lifetimes and more of a capability to see this lifetime from a higher perspective and the deeper understanding of the lessons at hand and what you came to initiate through in order to be prepared for what is to come. And what is to come, as you may sense, is a very deep, significant return to what feels almost familiar from other planes that you know very well. As the planetary energies are speeding up and accelerating and our home operating systems are allowed to function more at full speed and full efficiency, and manifestation abilities are back on track in the original sense, outside of the mental frameworks that have been taught on this planet for centuries, that have provided relatively limited constructs, not always relevant to those who are operating in a different energetic capacity with more sensitivity and perceptual ability. What is most important for us to know at this time? The rest of April, the remainder of May, we will continue to receive huge infusions of light and also energies from off of this, outside of this known galaxy, from other planets that we may find. Scientists might even say that they find a new planet within this universe, or there will be heightened discoveries of new stars. These are simply presences that have always been, but are in some cases making themselves revealed because humanity is ready to understand more of its true nature. Whereas before there was not capacity in place to understand some of this information, to have given it at that time before there was a stability in place would have caused harm. So now there's more of a capacity inherent in humanity to be able to receive more truth about themselves. And so this information is now being revealed. And with that, there will be a restoration and correction of some of the known facets of history that have been oversimplified or intentionally or systematically rather destroyed to keep certain power structures in place and oppress people in certain ways. So there's a major revolution, really. This word revolution is such a strong call to action. It is an inner revolution of feeling one's own power, one's own deeper soul purpose and calling of what you are here, what you are alive for, why you are alive. Feeling that in your soul, in your deep center, feeling connection to your own soul, your heart. Living and leading from this place, we will see the greatest recalibration of our physical world happening as we choose individually and collectively to reframe our inner constructs at the core level. Such a massive rebalancing of the way we've learned to transact and share and exchange energy. And we can start by really, again, treating yourself like the ultimate experiment of How do you want the new world to look that you came in for, that you came into this incarnation to experience? How do you want it to look and feel? Start by experimenting in your own life, with your own being, with your own inner world as well. How do you speak to yourself at a moment? How do you support yourself through emotional turbulence, if any, as this is clearing out of your system now at a very deep level, and we are able to clear ancestral ancient patterns of fear and anxiety and control and certain mechanisms put in place to survive and hold survival as a construct in the first place. Thank you. And how do you love yourself? How do you love yourself? How does love love itself? By being itself. How do you be yourself, for yourself, as yourself, to receive yourself? How do you give yourself your own gift of your own presence? How does this become the ground upon which you walk? Allow more of yourself to come in. Create your body as a sanctuary, as a temple, as a home for your soul. You're meant to feel delighted, at home, comfortable, at ease, safe, protected, guided. What's it like for you to receive? Here you will remember. Here all is remembered. Here all is remembered. They're italicizing remembered. Remembered equals embodiment, right? Like our members of our body, remembered, put together again, or being put together again. Remembering wholeness, remembering your inherent wholeness. Remember your inherent wholeness and see all the ways in which you were taught to learn, of course, to develop your own unique wisdom and perspective. Look at all the ways you were taught to seek outside yourself to feel whole and complete. These will be falling apart. These mechanisms will be so clear and falling apart faster than we can keep track. And do not try to hold on to them. Allow yourself to sit in the discomfort of the unknown and the uncertainty and the gray and the void while reality is recalibrating to meet you in a new way as you allow yourself to energetically rewire and be more free and liberated, true to yourself, alive. It might seem at times like not caring, but that's okay, because before you were caring too much for things that were not your concern. So there is a reclaiming now of your energy and focus and attention to yourself. Many around you will be making different choices, choosing different types of games or initiations that may no longer resonate. And part of your journey will be to discern who is nourishing, who is reciprocal, who is worthy of your time and energy, who is worthy of your attention. You may find that many will not be able to join you on the path you have set forth on, and that you will be challenged to say goodbye and let them go. And trust this is not personal, literally and figuratively, that it is part of the redirection and realignment to more of the true resonance you are deserving of. Thank you. I just feel a big shower of golden white light. They've been sending me flowers and showers of flowers lately at the end of transmissions to just like bask in this feeling of white golden flowers, shimmering, radiant, diamond light flowers, flowers, flowers everywhere, just shimmering all around the body and the field, all around the whole planet. Just receiving this blessing, healing, abundance, clarity. And then sometimes a lot of just tickling energy lately with what I've been feeling from my guides and what's opening up. And it's just so exciting. So grateful. I feel like I was waiting my whole life for this moment. And some of you might resonate. Just kind of waiting for this time, for the energy to catch up on this planet with, or some of us have been kind of just waiting, right? We've been anchoring the future. We've been seeing what's to come, and it's been frustrating, or it's been a lot of training and a lot of initiation, honestly. A lot of, the word is refinement to be ready for what is now unfolding and available. So more to come. Thank you so much for tuning in and connecting. It's an honor to share with you and to be with you in this time. I am so excited about what's going on. I'm so grateful. Every single day feels like such a gift, just more than usual. What's going to happen today? Who do we get to be today? Who am I going to meet today? And it's a reminder to really live in that playful curiosity of the divine child that we all are, and to see ourselves and each other in this light more. All right. Thank you. And let me know how this resonated in the comments if you have questions or how this is landing. I'm really, again, so excited I'm using that word a lot. What's the real word? I'm inspired. I am reinvigorated. I am grateful to be creating a space here in what feels to be a really fresh way. And I am inspired to see who will resonate and share and co-create a new community here. And it is an honor to be with you now. Thank you so much.